We gather once more at this sacred shrine to honor and inter our decorated general officer who served in the Zimbabwe Defense Forces and was a veteran of the liberation struggle. Our national hero, the late Brigadier General Shadrack Dingani Ndavambi, passed at Bindura General Hospital after he collapsed at his farm. A military police, intelligence guru, and liberation war veteran. The late general rose through the ranks to become commanding officer of the Zimbabwe Military Police Directorate Special Investigations Branch. Earlier on, he trained and served in the Military Intelligence Directorate before being posted to the Military Police Directorate. The nation has lost a dedicated, loyal, and disciplined cadre who devoted his life to an illustrious service to the nation before and after independence. His character and personality were an embodiment of humility, loyalty, discipline, and exemplary leadership. On behalf of the nation, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, His Excellency Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, who is away on official business, the government of Zimbabwe, our Revolutionary Mass Party, ZANU-PF, my family, and indeed on my own behalf, I wish to express deepest and heartfelt condolences to the Ndavambi family over the loss. May God comfort the family as they find solace from the illustrious service that the late Brigadier General offered to our great nation, Zimbabwe. Our prayers and sympathies are with you during this trying and difficult period. As it is written in the Bible in Psalms 34, verses 18, that, and I quote, "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit," unquote. Comrades and friends, the late Brigadier General retired Shadrack Dingani Ndavambi, whose Chiwenga name was Comrade Dingani Kimati, was born on 1 December 1956 at Mtoko Hospital. He was the 7th child in a family of 10 children to his parents, Elijah Japi Ndavambi and Monica Chiwenga Ndavambi ni Matutururu. Although the family hails from the Midlands Province, Kwekwe District, Comrade Ndavambi's father was working in the then Ministry of Roads, which saw the family establishing base in Mashonaland East Province. The young Shadrack enrolled at Mtoko Primary School in 1962 and later transferred to Kotwa Primary School in Mudzi for further primary education. He proceeded to Avira Mission in Katerere for secondary education, where he did Form 1 and was later transferred to All Souls Mission in Mtoko, where he did Form 2. In 1974, the late general enrolled at Rangers College in Harare for ordinary level studies. While at Rangers College, the young Shadrach Dingani Ndavambi got exposed to the politics of the liberation struggle, driven by the glaring inequalities and the brutalities of the settler regime. The following year, on 3 March 1975, he teamed up with a group of 4 boys and abandoned college, opting to join the liberation struggle. The journey to cross borders into neighboring countries, mainly through Botswana, Zambia, and Mozambique, in transit to rear bases, was not an easy one. These were teenagers that would travel long distances, mostly at night, to escape the dangerous patrols of the Rhodesian settler army through dangerous wildlife and landmines-infested forests and borders. Comrade Ndabambi and his group crossed the border through the Gairezi River area of Nyamaropa in Mozambique. Upon arrival in Mozambique, the late general and his compatriots briefly stayed at Segurança Frelimo Base, where they were joined by the late founding father, President Comrade Robert Gabriel Mugabe and Comrade Edgar Tekere. The late general would later be transferred to several base camps, including Katandika, Junda, Chimoyo, Nyazonya, and lastly Tembwe, where he received his military training in 1976. Fellow mourners, on completing training, the late Brigadier General Ndabambi was deployed in the Manica province, Monumtapa sector, under Mtambara detachment as section security officer, where he operated for 1.5 years. In 1977, he was injured in a battle and was withdrawn to Chimoyo base for treatment and recuperation. After the heinous Chimoyo attack by the Smith regime, the late general was taken to Swarop camp, where the injured from the Chimoyo battle were kept. He was later assigned to work with our late commander, the late General Josiah Magama Tongogara, at Zanla headquarters in Gondora. He was responsible for drawing operational and cartography materials that were used in the liberation struggle. Comrades and friends, during the ceasefire in 1979, the late general remained in Mozambique as part of Zanla's stay behind party in case the ceasefire failed, to hold on and charged with safeguarding war materials and documents. He was part of the late, our first CDF, General Vitalis Msungwa, General Zwinawashi. That is the party that remained behind when the rest came to Zimbabwe after ceasefire. On his return to Zimbabwe in 1981, he was selected to join the Zimbabwe National Army and was attested on September 1981 under 5th Infantry Battalion. During his illustrious career in the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, the late General held several challenging appointments, which include the following: Intelligence Officer at the Military Intelligence Directorate, Investigating Officer at the Zimbabwe Military Police Directorate, Officer Commanding Traffic at the Zimbabwe Military Police Directorate, General Staff Officer Grade 2 at the Zimbabwe Military Police Directorate, and Commanding Officer Special Investigations Branch at the Zimbabwe Military Police Directorate. He rose through the ranks from private to brigadier general and attended several military courses. In addition to the military courses, the late general officer pursued management studies with the Lupani State University. In recognition to his distinguished, selfless and exemplary service to the nation, the late Brigadier General was awarded several medals, the Liberation Medal and Independence Medal, for his contribution towards the independence of Zimbabwe. The 10-year Service Medal for his immense contribution to the integration, formation and development of the Zimbabwe National Army. During the first 10 years of its existence, long and exemplary service medal for his exemplary service for continuous 15 years, the Mozambique Campaign Medal for his contribution towards the restoration of peace and stability in Mozambique. The Democratic Republic of the Congo Campaign Medal for his contribution towards peace and the regard for humanity in the Democratic Republic of Congo during Operation Sovereign Legitimacy. And the Zimbabwe Order of Merit Award for his eminent achievement and distinguished service to Zimbabwe and humanity at large. Our independence, comrades and friends, did not come on a silver platter. This gathering at our sacred national shrine to inter one of our liberation stalwarts should always serve as a reminder of the supreme sacrifice that Comrade Ndabambi and other veterans offered in service to the nation. Many Zimbabweans lost their lives fighting for independence that we enjoy and cherish today. It is therefore the duty and obligation of all of us who are still alive to guard our independence and sovereignty jealously. We should honor those that ignited and championed the struggle for our freedom by emulating their exemplary conduct and leadership to carry Zimbabwe forward. As we accelerate towards our economic emancipation, I call upon the nation to rally behind the visionary leadership of our iconic leader, Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, as we leave no stone unturned in our thrust to transform modernize and grow the economy of our country to the Zimbabwe we all want. The sacrifices by those that brought independence should be consummated by continuously galvanizing all our efforts towards national development and prosperity. Nyika inovakwa nevene vayo, igodzivirirwa nevene vayo, igonamatirwa nevene vayo. The Second Republic, under his astute leadership, has set the country on an accelerated, broad-based development trajectory. We have witnessed the completion of various mega infrastructural projects in all sectors of the economy, and many more are at different stages of completion. Indeed, these giant steps towards industrialization and economic emancipation, which the late national hero and our forebearers sacrificed their lives for. I therefore challenge every one of us to endeavor to keep economic revolutionary flame alight through honest and hard work that uplifts the quality of life for our people. Fellow countrymen and women, no nation will develop without sovereign control, defense, and growth of its national currency. Our government introduced the Zimbabwe gold as our new sovereign currency. It is our responsibility as a nation to embrace and protect the new currency as a bedrock and anchor for our economic development. Let me assure you that government is working to promote the wider use of our local currency and is putting in place measures that will eliminate gaps that are creating arbitrage opportunities in exchange market. Government will continue to monitor the operations of our financial markets and promote efforts to grow and stabilize our national currency. Let us all love our currency. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate His Excellency Dr. Emmerson Damzo Mnangagwa and the nation at large for successfully hosting the SADC Summit of heads of state and government that saw our president assuming chairmanship of our regional body. SADC is a strategic vehicle for tackling our regional developmental aspirations as we work for greater people-to-people integration and economic development. Zimbabwe will no doubt leverage on its chairmanship of the regional bloc to engender innovative policies that grow our regional economies and create jobs for our people. To the late Brigadier General Ndavambi, you will be remembered for your immense contribution to the struggle and standing firm in defending Zimbabwe by serving in the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. Today, what remains in our minds are the memories of a hard-working, disciplined, and brilliant general officer who was humble, patriotic, and a selfless team player who will be dearly missed by the nation and especially his colleagues in the Defense Forces. Go well, son of the soil. Go well, our General Officer and Military Police Guru. May your soul rest in eternal peace. I thank you, Tatenda Siyabonga.